Ethiopia is the second biggest recipient of British aid. These pictures filmed by Sky News this week show some of the thousands displaced by a conflict in the northern region of Tigray, in a civil war and a crisis that is getting worse by the day. If the UK does cut the foreign aid budget by £4 billion, as has been reported, it will be the biggest aid reduction in history by any nation, and it will have an impact right here and elsewhere around the world.
More than 100 million people are going to go into extreme poverty, according to the World Bank. Extreme poverty means less than $1.90 a day in terms of income. And I don't think we are a country that should ever turn its back on the world's poorest, however challenging the problems we have at home.
The UK currently spends 0.7% of national income on foreign aid. That target is written into law. It makes Britain one of the largest aid donors in the world. But because the aid budget is linked to the economy, aid spending is already lower this year because the economy is weak as a result of COVID. The Nobel Peace Laureate Kailash Satyarthi told me that further cuts would have devastating consequences.
Over 1 million more children will have died, not due to COVID-19, but due to the apathy of the leaders of the wealthiest countries in the world. And this will add up to this situation. We also know that it will increase unemployment and poverty in those countries. That's why this is highly dangerous, unfair, and immoral.
Today there was a protest outside the Treasury in London ahead of tomorrow's spending review. 100 dolls were laid out to represent 100,000 avoidable deaths tied to the aid, the demonstrators claim. The prospect of cuts to the aid budget has been widely criticised by 2 former prime ministers, politicians from all sides, hundreds of charities, military officials and religious leaders. There are many in the UK who oppose a large aid budget, preferring that the money is spent on poverty and deprivation at home first. Boris Johnson and Rishi Sunak are making a calculation that the money is needed here and needed now, and in time, the voters will thank them for that. Alistair Bunkle, Sky News.